Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Deem by Any Means with a picture of Malcolm X. If you do not see that, that is not me. There go to Cash at $ Deem by Any Means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you send $3. $30, $300, $3,000. It is much appreciated. Everybody who be showing love, man. Um, I'm actually excited, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm actually excited. This is a fight I did not know that I wanted, but I'm actually very excited to see. And I see a lot of people trying to crap on it, man. And y'all keep claiming that y'all love boxing. Y'all keep claiming that y'all not casuals. Then they put fights together that are not casual fights, and people get upset about it. I just like you got to pick a side of the argument, man. Do y'all like casual fans or don't y'all? I need to know because for a hardcore boxing fan, such as myself and probably you that's listening to my voice, this is going to be a very entertaining fight. If people don't know, I'm going to call it now. This going to be one of the fights of the year because I don't see neither one of these guys being intelligent enough to fight any differently than they do. Somebody going to bed. Somebody is going to sleep. Somebody is going to have to get picked up. What you're going to do when you got to pick up the Rougarou? I needs to know because this is a fight that's going to be a barn burner. It has no choice but to be. I don't see Rolly trying to do anything differently than he does because Issaccruz is smaller than him. So I think Rolly think, oh, you're not going to come in here and try to bully. I know Rolly think like that. That's the That's the problem, y'all. I know Rolly thinks like that. He's not going to go in there and just he's going to try to box him and jab him, of course, because he's the bigger man. But Rolly is going to fight Pitbull. I was in there with Gervonta Davis. I could fight you. He's going to fight Pitbull. And Pitbull, as we all know, has one gear, one style of fighting. That's it. It's not about to be nothing different. It's not about to be a huge game plan switch. Issaccruz is coming forward, constant head movement, constant hooks, constant body shots, constant pressure, constant closing off the ring, constant not backing down, and constantly in your face. His whole game plan is consistency. And he's very consistent at being consistent. And I actually I'm very, very excited for this fight, man. Especially for that being a co-main. Oh my God, that is a hell of a co-main right there, y'all. And you know why? Even more so why I'm excited to see this fight, y'all, because neither one of their last fights they look that impressive in. A lot of people think Rolly lost to that old man. And Cabrera, a lot of people like such as myself think Pitbull may have lost to Cabrera. Yes, I said it. That should have been a draw at least because Cabrera was getting with him them last from round 7 on. Cabrera was getting with Pitbull. I mean, I'm just keeping it a stack. Like it is what it is. But Pitbull was consistent in that fight, and it wasn't a robbery or nothing like that because Pitbull not the type of fighter you could ever really get a robbery against. It's just the way he fights. He's so pressure heavy that you could always be like, well, he always is the aggressor. You know, like they always have that shield to die you on when it comes to somebody like Pitbull. So I just think that's going to play a factor because I'm very excited to see who went downward and in what we saw and whose was actually real. So was the old man better than we thought when it came to Rolly? I think that part is true, actually. That the old man was a lot better than we thought against Rolly. We just looked at his facial features and was thinking, no way. But that had nothing to do with his box game. And I think that Cabrera was much better than we thought he was. He's a little awkward. It's a little funny sometimes, but it's worked and it was effective and he can actually rumble. And he had more heart than I think people thought because Cabrera got the pretty boy look to him and the way he throw his punches. He throw his punches like I hate to say this, y'all. Y'all ever see a woman learning boxing that's just starting to learn boxing? He throws his punches like that, of course, with much more crispness to it, but it's similar in awkwardness though. Like, but it's effective though, because Pitbull couldn't just do what he wanted to do to him. And I know we all know those people in the hood that hold their hands funny as hell, but they can rumble. They even swing funny. But for some reason, they be piecing people up. We all know somebody like that. Like, yeah, they might hold their hands funny, but you gonna be in for a fight. I can tell you that. And I think both of their competition was better than we thought it was going to be. And I think their competition was better than they thought it was going to be. But now they both are literally in the same position. They both have a name that's out there. They both have fought Gervonta Davis. They both have done pretty well fighting Gervonta Davis. They both have built their status from fighting Gervonta Davis. And I think Rolly's entertainment factor, as far as how he's going to press the fight and how he's going to talk about the fight, and constantly making fun of Pitbull and how Pitbull going to be so serious, talking about how he going to break him down and he going to knock him. I already know what Pitbull going to do and what Pitbull going to say. I already know. Like, I truly believe both fighters think they could beat the other fighter, and those be the best fights where there is no backing down. That's why I can't wait to see Devin Haney versus Ryan, because there's one fighter I know not scared, won't be intimidated by Devin Haney talking or any of that. And he's been in the ring with him 6 times, so it's kind of hard to be intimidated by somebody that you've been in the ring with that many times in your lifetime. Because Devin has gotten better and Ryan has gotten much better too. So it works both ways. But Pitbull and Rolly, I think, is going to be one of them fights we look back on 2024. We laugh about because it's Rolly, but we got to keep it a stack. That we're going to be like, man, Pitbull versus Rolly was crazy, though. Like, that was a fight. I truly think we're going to walk out saying that about that fight. Same way. I feel the same way about this fight that I feel about Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman, actually. Like, I actually see Rolly being Keith Thurman, Pitbull being Tim Tszyu, same, similar. They don't fight, all 4 of them don't fight exactly alike, but Tim Tszyu and Pitbull basically have the same game plan. Their game plans are alike. Rolly and Keith Thurman have basically the same game plan. They don't fight alike because Keith Thurman is much more fluent. Keith Thurman is what Rolly wished he was. Like, Keith Thurman is what Rolly was aspiring to be when it comes to actual skill and box game. And the same way I feel about somebody like a Pitbull Cruz who has that type of pressure. He wants to be Canelo West, but you're not Canelo. You want to be how Tim Tszyu is, but you're not quite Tim Tszyu. So I'm just very excited to see this fight, man. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this fight. I think we're going to look back this year and be happy that we got this fight. I think that this has a chance to be a better fight than even the Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu fight. Not saying that it will, because I think the Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu fight will be better, but it has a chance to be a fight that is much talked about in the boxing scenes, on panels and everything for at least a week or so after the fight happens. So, and that's usually a good sign if you're still talking about a fight, a week after or stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm very excited, man. I'm glad that the PBC we getting off to a slow start in the 2024. I am disappointed by that, but I understand football season and things of that nature. The NFL playoffs is kind of hard to put, especially because the first couple of weeks of the NFL, people be playing on Saturday, so it's kind of hard to switch people interest like that. People love football, so I understand it. So well, we gonna see, man. I think this is gonna be one of the best fights of 2024. I truly believe that. I truly believe we're gonna go back and this will be a fight that we rewatch. I think it's gonna have a drastic ending. And these are the things that I look for. 2 guys that's not scared of each other. And Pitbull Cruz. A thing I love about Pitbull Cruz is with him, you have no choice but to fight. Like, that's what I love about people like Pitbull Cruz and Canelo and David Benavidez and Tim Tszyu. You have no choice but to fight them. There is no, they're not going to let you do nothing else but fight them. Like, you may think you about to go in there and do all this, that, and the third, but they are coming forward. They are coming for you. Not how Navarrete is. They coming for you. That's not even a second thought. They don't have nothing else in their head but come seek and destroy. And those guys, anytime they are in a fight, is a making for a classic from the way that things could, possibly turn out. So y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means with a picture of Malcolm X. Man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and y'all holla at me.